My mother hit me the other day. She said, son, I really like your podcast, but I have one request. I said, one request? Anything for you, mother? She said, can you say the N-word a little less? I said, oh, I don't know about that, nigga. What you mean? I don't know, man. She was like, I really like your podcast, but could you got to say the N-word so much. And I'm just like, I don't know if you really like my podcast, because I got to be honest. I think me saying the N-word this much is the best part of my podcast. And it's for a couple reasons. Like, I mean, I will admit, I probably say it a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, I got a couple friends that be hitting me like, I be trying to listen to your podcast at work, but I got to put it in the headphones because you be wilding. I'm like, bruh, that's my calling card. I got to wild out. If I'm not going to wild out, who going to wild out?
I'm going to wild out. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
Y'all going to do it? You going to do your own podcast and listen to it at your own job? No. I'm doing this for y'all niggas, so you going to have to take the good with the bad. But me saying nigga this much is the best part of the show, Mom. And my mom be like several episodes behind, so I feel comfortable saying this right now because I got a few weeks before I have to contend with her being upset with me saying this. So I got a little time. So yeah, me saying the N-word this much is the best part because that's growth. When you was my age, when you was a young, you know what I mean? When you was 19 like me, young 19, just with a bright future ahead of you, when you were doing your podcast, when you were 19, you couldn't say the N-word this much. The white people were policing. Other black people were policing you. They was just like, nah, we can't say that because, I mean, y'all was still saying Negro at the time when my mom was out. When my mom was 19, they was over Negro. But Negro was around for a little bit. Would you prefer if I said Negro, Mom? Would that work for you? I'm not going to do that, but that's mad funny. Negro? Like if you, somebody should go back through like an old episode and edit every time I said nigga out and put Negro. I'll give you a couple different versions of Negro right here, so you can play with a different couple different ones for different scenarios. Negro, this Negro, Negro, Negroes, bro. Negro. That's a good part. Yeah, I mean, I got the freedom to do whatever I want. You know what I mean? This is a podcast. You know what I mean? I ain't got nobody over my shoulder saying, nah, you got to tone it down, except my mother for some reason. I thought you were supposed to support me. You supposed to be supporting me. You the main one trying to get me to like back up off my own personality. So that's yeah, I mean, that's a little offensive. And two, anything I could do to make white people uncomfortable, I'm all for it. Like I know I got a couple white friends who fuck with my show a little bit, but they just like, oh, that Shawn, he didn't say it this much when I knew him, and that's true. You know what I mean? I'm a code switch all-star, my nigga. And sorry, Mom. And I think I think many of us are, but like I'm a code switch. Like I'm like I'm at least 6 man all time for code switchers. Like I'm incredible, bro. Like the stereotype of like white women like saying like a black kid is articulate. Like I'm that guy. You know what I mean? Like I could be very articulate, and I could also be like, we gonna get into it. And I could also get like, you know what I mean, a little more nitty gritty. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, and like the other thing is, I want to know who's too comfortable, because like I also probably got some white, I got some white friends who are like they like that I say the N-word this much, like it fuels them, and I wanna pick up on that as well, so I could, you know what I mean, I could get them out of my life. I could, you know, exclude them from my inner circle, which is growing. I'm trying to grow my inner circle right now, so then I can dwindle it down. You know what I mean? Because like I got some people, you know what I mean, that I fuck with heavy, but I want to expand it so I can fill out every role. It's like Dungeons and Dragons kind of. You gotta have a different type of like a different type of being for each role. You know what I mean? You gotta have a mage, and you gotta have a fucking a brawler, and like a medic. You know what I mean? You wanna have a full team. I don't got enough medics right now. You know what I mean? I got some brawlers. I got some magicians. You know what I mean? Some wizards. But I need some medics. I need some like some spies, some tricksters. I mean, I gotta fill out the roster entirely. So you know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I gotta keep my circle small. I gotta keep my circle very big because I'm not important yet. You know what I mean? So I'm very unimportant. So I can have a big circle, and then as I get more important, then I can dwindle it back down. You know what I mean? Niggas be trying to have the small circle shit when they not popping, and they wonder why they not popping. It's like, nigga, if you don't gotta, you know what I mean? You can't be important and not have had a big circle at some point because you need, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga that's in your circle right now ain't get you to the next level or whatever that level may be. Them niggas ain't getting you into different rooms. Them niggas ain't get you anywhere. You know what I mean? And not that, and that's the thing. It's not that they have to get you anywhere. That's the thing when niggas get wrong about these circles and shit. Like, it's like, my friends are my friends. I don't expect anything from my friends but friendship. You know what I mean? But your circle can't just be friends if you're gonna be successful. And that's not and there's nothing wrong with that. Having a manager in your inner circle is not a bad idea. Having a lawyer in your inner circle is not necessarily a bad idea. Agent, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow my inner circle right now so that I can dwindle it down. You know what I mean? Because, like, I got some people, you know what I mean, that I fuck with heavy, but I want to expand it so I can fill out every role. It's like Dungeons and Dragons kind of. You gotta have a different type of like a different type of being for each role. You know what I mean? You gotta have a mage, and you gotta have a fucking a brawler, and like a medic. You know what I mean? You wanna have a full team. I don't got enough medics right now. You know what I mean? I got some brawlers. I got some magicians. You know what I mean? Some wizards. But I need some medics. I need some like some spies, some tricksters. I gotta fill out the roster entirely. So you know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I gotta keep my circle small. I gotta keep my circle very big because I'm not important yet. You know what I mean? So I'm very unimportant. So I can have a big circle, and then as I get more important, then I can dwindle it back down. You know what I mean? Niggas be trying to have the small circle shit when they not popping, and they wonder why they not popping. It's like, nigga, if you don't gotta, you know what I mean? You can't be important and not have had a big circle at some point because you need, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga that's in your circle right now ain't get you to the next level or whatever that level may be. Them niggas ain't getting you into different rooms. Them niggas ain't get you anywhere. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's not that they have to get you anywhere. That's the thing when niggas get wrong about these circles and shit. Like, it's like, my friends are my friends. I don't expect anything from my friends but friendship. You know what I mean? But your circle can't just be friends if you're gonna be successful. And that's not and there's nothing wrong with that. Having a manager in your inner circle is not a bad idea. Having a lawyer in your inner circle is not necessarily a bad idea. Agent, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's other options. So yeah, I mean, it's just like we gotta niggas be gotta stop trying to live. Sorry, mom. We gotta stop trying to live like the people who are already successful and taking like following their rules before we ready to follow them rules. Like, them rules is not for you. Like, more money, more problems does not apply to a nigga like me. Sorry, mom. It applies to. I'd have to have at least 3 or 4 more zeros on the end of my paycheck before I can really like feel like that's an issue. No money is more problems. No money is all problems. No money is at least most problems. You know what I mean? There's different things that people be trying to apply to their life. Like you know how like people think that like Jeff Bezos and like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates be like, they don't be dressing nice, but they rich. Like, that's like they don't be spending money on designer. Why y'all spending money on design? It's like, because they're rich. Like, no one's gonna like think less of Jeff Bezos because he's wearing just a plain black tee. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeff Bezos can afford to show up in any room he wants and just be a regular ass nigga. Sorry, mom. He could just show up and just in some slides and some like he could show up on some Adam. Like, you know how Adam Sandler just show up everywhere and he just got like an oversized tee, oversized basketball shorts, and yeah, I mean just whatever, hair kind of not brushed or combed or cut, and he could just do that because he Adam Sandler. At the end of the day, like I'm going back home to a mansion. Like, there's nothing you could say to me that's going to like hurt my feelings enough to like make me want to change my clothes, because it's like I'm Adam. Like, you've seen The Waterboy, correct? You've seen Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Uncut Gems. That was me. So like I can wear whatever I want, bro. And also he be hooping. Like Adam Sandler be hooping constantly. So he stay ready. You know what I'm saying? And there was a time in African American community where we used to stay ready as well. You know what I mean? Basketball shorts under the jeans. Was that a bad era fashion wise? And just like logistically, probably not the best idea, but I appreciate the readiness. You know what I mean? The preparedness. That's something that we gotta get back to, my black brothers. But yeah, he stay ready, son. You know what I mean? Like I don't even be as ready as him. I keep a basketball in my car. I keep a pair of basketball sneakers in my car, but I keep a basketball pump, a headband, but I don't be having the shorts on me all the time. So I gotta respect that. But anyway, back to my point. Jeff Bezos and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, they clothes be mad expensive. It's just regular ass expensive clothes. They don't be like LV all over it or like, you know what I mean, Gucci snakes all over. But it be like $1,500, you know what I mean, tie clips and like, you know, $4,000 t-shirts and, you know, $9,000 sweats. But it don't look like that. But again, they can do that because they rich. You know what I mean? You not rich. You should probably wear that LV. You know what I mean? You might pull a couple more Johns just on the strength of what you was rocking. Maybe not the ones you should be pulling. You should be looking for a different type of person to spend your time with. You might get lined up because they see you got all that Louis or, you know what I mean, or that Prada or whatever it may be. But that's on you. But I'm just saying, if you trying to pull a couple more, it's probably a good idea for you to wear that because you're not at that level. They can abide by them rules. You got to abide by different rules. I abide by the rules of a nigga that's broke. Sorry, Mom. That's just how I live as the host of the reigning defender, undefeated, undisputed, most secret podcast on this godforsaken planet, a little show we call Nobody Asked Shawn, hosted by none other than me, the Diamond Boy, Shawn Murray, Chico Diamante himself, the Thin Black Duke, the Shogun's Decapitator, heir to the Murrays, here upon my fortune, international heartthrob, and of course, the first Jamaican in the Kentucky Derby. I did it in one take again. I'm incredible. You know what I mean? We sipping on hot Topo Chico because we trying to get that sponsorship. That is boiling hot Topo Chico with a twist of lime. I didn't add my own lime. That's the lime that comes in. It's a flavor, twist of lime. You should check it out. Twist of grapefruit as well. That's a very good flavor. It's a very good drink, popular carbonated beverage, largely in the American Southwest. It's expanded over the years after being purchased by Coca-Cola into other markets. But this past year, due to issues in the supply chain, there was a shortage of Topo Chico products around the nation, largely outside of Texas. Texas, you know, is the pipeline to Mexico where the product is made. But I'm hoping to see it back in stores up north. And I'm hoping to get a call from one of the reps very soon so I can have a sponsorship from Topo Chico, one of the great brands in this great country. And I love America. I love capitalism. And I love, God damn it, I love money. Niggas be really be thinking like that, though. That's scary. You know what I mean? Like, niggas be really be thinking like that, though. That's scary. You know what I mean? Like, I take the money, but I would, if Topo Chico killed, niggas really be thinking like that. That's kind of crazy, because, like, obviously, I'm pretty much anti-capitalist. I would take the money from Topo Chico, but you couldn't buy me. Like, if a bottle of Topo Chico, like committed vehicular manslaughter, I would have to come on the podcast and say something. I'm not somebody who's gonna be like, oh, I'm gotta protect the money. I'll just lose that money, because we gotta say something like that. I can't just let that happen, because me as a sponsor of Topo Chico, I'm gonna get a lot of pressure. I can't just let that slide. That's called integrity. It's called foolishness as well, because I probably should hold on to that money. But here's the thing: I ain't ever gonna get a sponsorship from Topo Chico. That's not gonna happen. I get like I got the most viewers I've got in like 6 months on the Chappelle video, and that's mainly because I was talking about Dave Chappelle, which is a testament to his prowess, his celebrity. That nigga got me more views. So I hate to say this, but Dave Chappelle might not have to put out another special where he's wilding. But it can't be another anti-trans special. I don't want to see that ever again from Dave Chappelle. But like anti-Italian or something, like what's safe to be anti, but like, it will get some backlash, but not enough from like people that I give a fuck about. Like I give a fuck about like certain Italian people, but I don't give a fuck like if the Italian community as a whole was mad at me. You know what I mean? Because like, you know what I mean? But like if like the trans community was mad at me, I probably did something fucked up. If the Italian community was mad at me, I probably just said like, your nana doesn't have a great sauce or some shit, and then like y'all all took it to be your specific nana, and then now we got it. Yeah, I mean, but like, fuck your sauce, dog. Like I don't give a fuck. What am I talking about? I don't really got nothing. You know what? I'm rambling this episode because I don't really got no topic this week. You know the problem is like the same stuff is happening. Like there's new stuff happening, but like it's kind of just in a continuation of like last week's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chappelle stuff is continuing to be in the news. There's like the walkout at the Netflix headquarters, which is is huge. You know what I mean? And like there was like a anti walkout or like walk in. Like, but like it wasn't even people that worked there. It's like people who's on the street were trying to like do like a people on the street were trying to do like a walk in, but like you can't come in here. You don't work here, dog. So you gotta stay outside and just yell at the people who already walked out. And then like we fine with that because like we in here working. But shout out to the people who walked out. Bruh, if you on the opposite side of that, like if you showed up to the Netflix headquarters to protest, not even like it's not like the people to protest, like if the people who did a walkout instead of a walkout had like unplugged all the servers for Netflix, that'd be something to protest. Yeah, I mean, even though they got a valiant cause, and that's not what they even trying. They're not even trying to get Chappelle's special taken down or nothing. Like they just trying to say like, can we talk about like, yeah, I mean like promoting this shit on the platform. But anyway, if they did something like that, I could understand protesting. But like protesting them being mad about like Ted Sarandos not like listening to their complaints about Chappelle being anti-trans is wild. Like, bruh, if you got that, like, who got the type of money to show up in Cape for Netflix? Like, take a day off of work to go outside the Netflix headquarters and just like hold his sign. Like, that's some wild shit. That's wild privilege. That's how you know the trans people and the allies of the trans people are correct. Cause like, bruh, like, it got to be a serious issue for me to walk out of work. Like striking from work, like my own particular job, like the people who was leaving the Netflix building. That makes sense to me. But like you just like yeah, I can't come in today. I gotta go yell at some trans people in honor of Netflix, bro. Like what kind of privilege is that? Either it's like either like wild privilege or wild destitution. Cause like you gotta have either a really good job or a really bad job. Like I'm a big fan of Mad Men. I don't know if y'all ever watched Mad Men. But like that's one of my favorite shows ever. But anyway, like Don Draper on Mad Men, Don would just leave work for no reason sometimes, just to go get some ass, just to go watch movies. He like a lot of times he would just go leave and just go watch a movie, which is like my dream. He just like go and just like I'm gonna go watch Planet of the Apes, and who's gonna stop me? That's a good job. On the other hand, you got like a bad enough job. Like you just a nigga who sort worms at like a bait and tackle shop. You know what I mean? That's the bad enough job where you could just like, I can't come in today. And it's like, you probably should come in today because you need the money. But it's also like, nigga, I could get another job at a bait and tackle shop. Nigga, anybody could count worms, which means I'm easily replaceable. But also, it's easy to find another job in this business because like, nigga, this is not a highly specialized skill. I could count worms with my eyes closed. That's not a good way to count worms. Please count worms with your eyes open so, yeah, I mean, you can get the right count. But anyway, the point is, if you that person, if either one of those people is stupid, you know what I'm saying? Why is you at the Netflix headquarters? If you got a good enough job to be at the, you know what I mean, you got better stuff to do. And if you got a bad job, that's not gonna get you a job at Netflix, bro. Like, why you caping for a corporation? That corporation is contributed to you having that bad of a job and that bad of a wage. Or you just don't got no job because you rich or you broke. Either one. Either way, don't go to Netflix headquarters and protest the protest. That's whack. But anyway, my point was, there's not much to talk about because everything else that be in the news, it just be like too serious. Like people be like, oh, talk about this or I say, bruh. It's like the dude Brian Laundrie, the dude that killed the lady Gabby Petito. It's like what do you want me to say about that? Like, I mean, like, cause like I don't really got nothing particularly funny to say. I got some jokes. Like, yeah, I mean, and I heard some really good jokes. Like, shout out to Bo McDowell, that's the homie, comedian from Connecticut. Got a very funny Gabby Petito joke. But like, I don't want to be too insensitive, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas be like, oh, talk about the Afghani crisis. Like, hey, bro, what do you want me to say, bro? Like, I'm either gonna be firmly like, hey, this is bad, which is like, that's not an interesting take. We all know that's bad. Like, at least with the Chappelle shit, it's like there are two sides at play of the Chappelle shit because it's like there's the pro-trans people side, like the supportive of trans people side, where it's just like they was saying like some hurtful things that could lead to real world violence, and also it's just like not funny, and there's that side, and then there's like probably three sides actually, because then there's the like, I'm just a Dave Chappelle fan and comedians should everybody say whatever they want, and who's gonna tell, like, don't try to cancel him. Like that nigga's not canceled, bro. Like he could never be yo, if you successful enough if you can pick up and go to another town and be just fine, or just like pick up and just or just like move to another country and just be just fine, you're not canceled, bro. And like you probably said like most people could do that, but not really, because like most people work a job where I can't just leave tomorrow and just go to another town and just be fine. I just think Dave Chappelle could just go wake up tomorrow and just go to Paris for 2 years and just be fine. Like his life wouldn't change in any way. Like he would do a bunch of shows out there, you get a lot of love out there, gain some more Parisian fans, eat a lot of baguettes, be perfectly fine. If I went to go to Paris, I gotta do all types of shit. I gotta get a visa, I gotta get a job, I gotta learn like Dave Chappelle, when you were successful enough to go to a country and not have to learn the language, you doing alright. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had to go to France, like I would have to like spend my entire time on the plane trying to learn French. My entire like first 3 weeks trying to learn French, failing at it, working as like a dishwasher and like a fucking like bistro, and like just having shitty jobs for a long time, and then like eventually maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the nigga's fine. Yeah, I mean, if you could pack up and leave and not only be fine in other part of the world, but like just be beloved, you're not getting canceled. And then the third side of it is just like people was like, oh, they're trying to silence black people, and black people don't get to say the same things that white people get away with, and like the I'm not saying that Chappelle should have went that far, but the trans issues, how come black issues don't get the same respect as, and it's like this is a little kernel of truth to that, but it's not enough, because like the very fact that the trans people at Netflix aren't getting enough. Don't have enough voice to like to even get Ted Sarandos to be like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have said, like that's enough evidence to swear like the trans issues are not necessarily like trumping black issues. But there's a lot of a lot of things that play there. I mean, that's my point is there are a lot of factors at play there. There's a lot of sides. There's something to argue. There's a take to have that will kind of stand out. I can't really have an interesting take about the Afghani crisis. I can't really have a take about the nigga Brian Laundrie, like. The nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga killed some chick, and, like, that's just fucked up. Now they finding more bodies where he was at. That shit's just bad. I mean, like, what the fuck you want me to say, dog? Like, I'm sorry. This week, I ain't really got it. I ain't really got too many topics. And if you got an issue with that, don't tell me, like, this episode was whack. When I put a post up and say, send me topics, send me fucking questions, send me better shit. I don't got, like, a lot of fucking, views on this podcast, but I got enough views that I could get more than like 3 questions a week. So yeah, I mean, how about you look inside yourself? How about you start with the man in the mirror and ask him to change his ways? You feel me? But anyway, we're gonna answer some questions. We'll get the fuck up out of here. What are your thoughts on mercenary involvement in the 1964 Congo Crisis, war criminals, or... See, this is I'm talking about. Niggas, like, I mean, what you want me to say? You know what I mean? It's a very complex issue, but I'm leaning more towards war criminals. You know what I mean? There's a lot of unsanctioned killings and torture and looting and rapes by 5 Commando ANC, which is a group eventually backed by the CIA. And normally when a group is backed by the CIA, I lean towards calling them war criminals or at best unsavory characters. So I would lean towards that. But I mean, the Congo Crisis, you know, born out of rising up Congolese citizens rising up against formerly occupying Belgian forces. It's a very complex issue. It's just a kind of microcosm of colonial issues as a whole. The true criminals at the end of the day are the Belgians, going all the way up the chain to King Leopold, who took a foothold in that country and caused a lot of the conflicts that exploded in the 1964 crisis. So yeah, I mean, chew on that a little bit. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Niggas be asking me questions like that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I ain't got really nothing funny to say about that shit. Question 2, what are my thoughts on weightlifting? Nigga, have you seen me? Sorry, Mom. Check this out. I'm gonna just show you my wrist. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna show you my whole forearm. You know what I mean? That's as big as it gets. You know what I'm saying? This is me wearing a hoodie. Kind of a sort of loose hoodie, and I don't look very muscular. Do you look like I'm a supporter of lifting weights? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I support it. Yeah, I mean, for other niggas. Sorry, Mom, but I'm not really out here lifting weights. That's not really like my bag. You know, and you know why? It's because I'm embarrassed. That's what it is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm embarrassed. Last time I tried to bench, I was struggling, and I ain't wanted niggas to see me like that. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work out at home. You know what I mean? And then by the next time I go to the gym, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I mean, really impressing niggas. Niggas gonna be like, just sorry, Mom. Coming from their stations where they working out, and like, yo, look at this guy, man. He's crazy. He's crazy strong. But then I went home and I didn't work out, and now I'm just like a very like narrow guy. I mean, like I'm wiry strong, but I'm not like I mean I ain't got a lot of muscles to show. I got like people be thinking I'm fit or like sort of muscular, but it's like nah, that's just like there's not a lot of fat. That's all it is. There's not a lot of fat to hide like my like muscular system. You know what I mean? Like some people are in better shape than me, but like they're not shaped better than me, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a couple of layers of skin and fat that are hiding like a pretty significant muscular structure. I ain't got that. So I mean, you're gonna just see the muscles that you see is like that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's not like layers underneath. That's just like the thinnest layer before bone and nerves. That's that. So you know what I mean? So I mean, like if you weightlifted, I'm proud of you, and I know that you are the person who asked this question. I know that you weightlifted and you look good. You look great. You look fucking solid. But I'm that's not me, bro. That's not me. My thoughts on Dune. Well, funny that you should ask. This coming Monday, there should be an episode of Shawn International Film Festival discussing that very thing. We're going to talk about it as an adaptation. We're going to talk about it just as purely as a movie. And we're going to talk about how Timothy Chalamet needs to stay away from Zendaya if he knows what's good for him. What's up with this generation swapping out astrology for church? You tell me, dog. And I'm not even a religious person, but it's like I don't know what's going on with that. Where it's just like niggas is getting their guidance from because Saturn is in the third, and I'm not even trying to shit on astrology. And I just said the N word, and I'm sorry, mom. I'm not even trying to shit on astrology so much. It's like I don't get it, and maybe that's what it is. That's something they could get. You know what I mean? I think that's might be what it is. Is that's something that they get more than they get church. But like I don't get astrology either. It's like, oh, I'm doing bad because Saturn is in the third. It's like, dog, you doing bad because you didn't even try to do better. You know what I'm saying? You doing bad because your the consequences of your actions are like rearing their ugly head, dog. Yeah, I mean, you was wilding last month, and then you didn't see the consequences of that until this month. You know what I mean? Niggas let you slide for a whole month. Sorry, mom. And now it's time to collect. That's what's happening. It ain't because the Mercury's in retrograde. Or maybe it is, and maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? And like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe my misfortune is because I wasn't aware of when Mercury was going to be in retrograde, and I should have been more aware of that, and I wouldn't have made certain choices that would have coincided with Mercury's retrograde. So yeah, I mean, if that's what's happening, I'm gonna be more aware of that. But like, that's what it is like they just understand that a little bit more than they understand church. Like, yeah, I mean, I feel like because that's the thing, like church, like let's just say like Christianity, right? The Bible is kind of dense and like it's a lot of Shadrach begat Meshach, and you know what I mean, like Onan came on the ground and he spilled his seed, and it's just it's archaic language, and it's a lot going on. You know what I mean? It's like, but like, yo, the moon ain't lined up right, and that's why you ain't doing well today. It's like that's a lot easier to understand than saying like, yeah, I mean, God got a plan for you, dog. Like, yo, I'm tired of God having a plan for me. I feel like a lot of niggas is just like that. Like, yo, I'm tired of God's plan. Like, yo, tell me about this plan. You know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, I mean, the planets and the moons, and like I'm a Virgo, and that's why I like fucking Drake is a little bit more understandable than some of the religious shit. So I think that's what it is. That is the segment for this week. That is the episode for this week. Like, subscribe, share. I got a show this Friday, October 22nd in Bridgeport. You can find it on my social media. I got a show October 27th, my show that I run, Read the Room, at People Get Ready Books in New Haven. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last Wednesday of every month, I'm doing that show at People Get Ready Books. And Shawn International Film Festival. Check that podcast out. We working, man. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to make happen 2022, but we working for right now until that comes to fruition. We just gonna say, as we always say, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Sorry, mom.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.